What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you for listening to the Work Talk podcast. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I just am. And I am John. I'm the host of the Work Talk podcast. Basically, it's folks in the Bay Area, Morgan Hill, and I talk to them about their jobs, their business, their personal projects, their YouTube channels. I'm just interested to know why people do what they do, and that's it. I'm super interested to learn about this upcoming guest. She's a pro cosplayer, a model, actress, aspiring voice actress, YouTuber, and I just want to learn about her world and all the fucking hustle she puts in too. Because I think some people don't realize, putting out 4 to 6 videos a month, there's something behind that. But I have here with me Ami Yoshiko. I hope that's right. And what's up? And yeah, if you could tell the listeners, what you do.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ami Yoshiko. I'm what he said, cosplayer. I work with companies. Yeah, you model and actress and wannabe voice actress. It'll happen one day.
Nice. I saw you had a gig, right? Not that long ago.
Yeah, I just posted and I'm torn.
Oh, why? What's up?
Oh, about how I do game testing and then they just messaged me to be on set tomorrow and I'm like, well, I gotta make a choice here. Money or Amazon money. Play games early or get money.
Hey, so how'd you get into this whole thing? Like, how'd you start doing cosplay and then YouTube?
It all started before I even knew what it was, cause when I was like a little kid, I always liked making clothes, and I would go in my mom's closet and rip up her clothes and like
Yeah,
try to make
yeah,
stuff out of it.
yeah. Every mom's like dream, like, what does your
Yeah,
daughter do? She rips my clothes up and wears it. And actually,
same.
if I was a parent, I'd be pretty proud. I'd be like, yeah, my kid's fucking dope.
I'm smart. And as a kid, I liked Pokemon, Digimon. Like that was my shiz. I didn't like. No, I'm not breaking on your SpongeBob and shit, but
Yeah,
Pokemon, Digimon were my heart and soul.
that was your first anime love right there.
Yes, Joey
Uh,
Wheeler from Yo.
oh, mine was Misty, of course, because she was like the only girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
freaking cutie! Original Bay.
yeah.
Forget your Pokemon X and Y girls. No, no.
I'm a typical dude. I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, so that was my first anime love.
Ooh, Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
I hear giggling.
it was all in like I got it. Well, I'm old as dirt, so like back in the days we had tape. I'm not sure if anyone knows what VHS tape is, but I would have to get it, and it's like a Japanese recording of it. So I had no idea what was going on. I just saw this, pink fat dude and this dude whose hair turned yellow, and it was the best.
Oh my god. That's the original shiz. Oh wow.
Yep, yep.
That's so cool.
So that's how you got started. You were just like into it, and then you just started dressing up, and then
Yeah. When I was in middle school, I would go to Joann's Fabrics and I would just make like Sailor Moon's her school uniform. I really liked Inuyasha and I would just
yeah, yeah.
school uniforms and just wear them to school. Like I got bullied for it, yeah. But I didn't care. I liked the uniforms. And it wasn't until my friend was like, "Oh yeah, I like anime," and then I became friends with that person. Then we accidentally snuck into FanimeCon. Then I
Mm,
discovered cosplay.
nice. Snuck in. You did what you want. You're like, shit. I can't. I
I
gotta find
did. We
some
didn't
way to
go
get in.
away. We just walked in. No one stopped
No
us.
security.
No.
Uh,
But now it's like crazy. Now it's like security at every door. If you go up an elevator, there's a freaking security ready to be like, "Do you have your badge?" Nope. Get the frick out.
yeah, I never been. My cousin goes though. He goes to the ones in San Jose.
You should. Oh, that's Fanime. It's in like next month. I'm losing my shiz. I'm not ready.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm like, man. I was like gonna go with him. I'm like, I'm thinking about it, but I just didn't go. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll be convinced after talking to you that I'm gonna check this shit out.
It's so fun.
Yeah. He came in. He's bald, so he came in as Krillin.
Ooh, I know that character.
So how did the YouTube videos come about?
Mostly because like I was bullied a lot as a kid,
Hmm.
because anime and
Fuck bullies,
girls,
by the way.
huh?
Fuck bullies, by the way.
Exactly. If you have bullies, don't worry. They're gonna grow to be horrible people.
Yeah, I agree. Now they're all just sad, bald dudes who have nothing
And so
going on in their life.
me, you're like, hey, can you like help me with my jewelry line? And I'm like, no, fuck you. Fuck you.
Bullies, man.
Yeah. But like in middle school, like it was I've had girls steal like stuff from my bag. I would have there was like one girl who like ripped up like one of my the anime manga, the comic books and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just I've had food thrown at me. When you were a weeb and earlier when it wasn't like as popular as it is now,
yeah.
it was
I think
shitty
it's a
as
little
hell.
different now. I think it's a little bit different now. It's
Now it's like people love it and
yeah,
everyone is like, oh, that's so cool. And like in college, I hear now like, oh, did you see that cartoon
yeah.
Attack on Titan? And I'm like, cartoon?
Hey, no, for me, like I couldn't tell my friends like, what are you doing after school? I'm like, gonna play basketball. But secretly I was watching like Digimon,
Exactly.
Pokemon, singing to the
Yeah.
song. I couldn't tell
And
anybody that I was into that shit.
no, yeah, same. Like I was so tired of the bullying that I literally threw like my volume 1 through 14 away of Oron High School Host Club. And
Yeah,
I was like so sad and now I like regret it. Cause as soon as I was out of high school, I'm like, I'm just gonna like what I like. I don't care anymore. And
yeah. Hey, do you feel like you work so hard to kind of like become successful and then tell all those bullies fuck you?
at first I wasn't really, I did it for myself because I didn't have a lot of friends. So the internet and all like the YouTubers that I saw online, they were my friends. And that's when I started doing YouTube and that's where you meet the people, that's where you meet the memes and the internet people
Yeah.
that love and understand you. And that's when I started doing the YouTube thing. And I kind of just appreciated everyone who stopped by and came along. I kind of wasn't obsessed with numbers or anything. But it wasn't until it's funny because then people see what I do now and they're like, oh, wow, I didn't think you would be doing acting or being a YouTuber. And
Right.
they're like, I've had like a guy who would bully me and he would literally like push me at lockers, like at school. Like this guy was a freaking asshole. And then he
Fucking
messaged
assholes, yeah.
yeah. And I did cheerleading when I was a kid and I auditioned in high school and I got in and he was like, "Oh, I thought only pretty girls could be cheerleaders." And I like cried in the bathroom
Yeah.
until he picked me up.
Damn, that sucks. Yeah.
And that
And
is my
the whole bullying. So I work in education in school.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I thought like when I was in school I saw all this like dumb shit going on and I was like, man, if someone just said something or whatever. So that's kind of like why I was like, I want to go into education. So
Dude, I'm studying psychology, man. I
oh
need to help
shit.
out my weeb girl.
I hey, I study psychology. That was my major.
Ooh,
Dude,
ooh.
high five.
I'm going to
Yeah,
transfer to university. Is it hard in university? I'm scared.
hey, we'll talk about that offline.
Adan, I need you to silence.
Hey, so what was your first YouTube video?
I think it was just like some Japanese kawaii cute inspired like outfit video because like I like Japanese fashion, anime fashion. I liked clothes, I liked fashion, so I just stood there and twirled in clothes. I should probably private that video now because it's so cringy. I hate it.
Hey, so so you know what I talk in my whole podcast, what I'm really into is just people having the courage to just make shit. And I think so. I work in education, and then whenever someone's like, "I don't know what I want to do with my life," the first thing I think of is like, make stuff. You're like, what do I make? I don't know. Whatever you're interested in. If you play Fortnite all day, I don't know. Make Fortnite videos. If you're into Smurfs, make a bunch of Smurf videos, something like that. So when I saw all your stuff, I was like, I liked how you're like, because there's a lot of people who like the same things you do. They like anime, all this stuff, but they don't put themselves out there like that. But you did, and I think that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I'm like curious to know your mindset. Like you kind of felt like you're making all this stuff in a way to like vent, but in a way also you're affecting people's lives, and it kind of kept you going. Do you feel like that's what kept you making more and more videos?
Yeah, like I literally get people, girls, boys who were in my situation in high school who are still, because some live in like, what's the word? Other countries, like up that way,
Mm,
where, know, they still get bullied there, and it's so crazy how like they send me messages being like, you know what, I'm bullied in high school, you know, my life is really shitty, but I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
escape the world for 20 minutes with your videos. I'm like, that's all I freaking need, man. I need to keep
Damn,
going.
mommy, you preaching.
It freaking melts my heart, man.
Hey,
Like
I
it's
gotta give a shout out to your fans because when you posted something on your Instagram and then you tagged me, then I got like a bunch of them like tagging or messaging or liking, and I'm like, oh shit, look at this little kid watching my video about jobs and stuff. That's kind of cool.
that's great, man. I'm so happy they came by.
Yeah, you got cool fans. That's cool.
Yeah, now
Hey, so tell me about like all you're doing now because you don't just do cosplay and YouTube. Now you're doing acting. So where did that kind of come in?
I think I literally saw like a I did one student film like a couple years ago, but it was just background, nothing more.
Yeah.
And for the movie The Follower, and I got like an IMDb credit for it. But you know, it was just because I lived in the area and my friend was working on there and they needed people. But you know, I thought it was cool. I didn't think much of it because I always wanted to be an anime voice actor. And you know, I
Sick,
didn't.
sick. We need
Yeah.
more. I feel like a lot of the people are like the same ones.
No, yeah.
Like I used to watch a lot of like Toonami and stuff. I'm like,
Love
that's the
to know.
same voice from like that's Spike in Cowboy Bebop, but that's the same voice as I know that's a famous voice
Yeah,
actor too.
it's just because it's so hard to bust in. Because even I have a demo and I've contacted studios, and a lot of them will message me back saying, you know what, we have the talent pool we need. No, thank you. Based like they keep the same amount of actors because they've proven themselves and they've proven themselves loyal, and they don't have the time or the budget to take a chance on newbies,
Oh, I see,
which
I see.
sucks. It's so hard to break into the voice acting industry, but people do it eventually. It just takes a lot. It takes a lot longer than
Yeah,
acting. I
yeah,
noticed that voice acting is so hard to crack.
yeah. You're trying, you're trying. Hey, what would be your ideal character to play?
Just let me be in an anime, man.
It could
I'll
be
play a
anything.
small boy. I'll be a freaking cute little kawaii little princess. I'll be whatever.
Oh shit, that was pretty good.
Oh my god.
Nice,
I
nice.
can be a Pokemon. Jigglypuff, puff.
Ah, Jigglypuff. Nice. I know that voice. Hmm.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's your like next thing you want to do? Like what's on your mind in regards to like your career?
Oddly, I don't know. I kind of don't. I think of like I'm very like short termy, and I kind of believe that that's how it kind of should be. You know, like a lot of people will be. I just want to be a big YouTuber. I just want to be a big actor. I'm like, what does that mean? Is that a subscriber amount? Is that a view amount? How much money is that? Or I just want to be an actor. Well, how many student films is that? What do voice actor? Like there's so many little things. So I always think short term. Like I always make year goals. Like I want to gain 2,000 more subs this year, or I want to get 3 more speaking roles this year. So I don't really think that far ahead.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah. I'm the
just
same way. Yeah. I don't think that far. I kind of think short. I almost think about just like what am I going to do today and
hmm,
tomorrow? And they're like, "Hey, what do you think is going to happen with your podcast?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just want to like
what happened?
yeah, I just want to put it out there. I just want someone. I just want someone to text me and say, "Hey, that was cool," or "Hey, I like what Ami said," or "Hey, I want to do that too." I'm like, okay. Like if I get those all day, then I could do this podcast like all day too. That's my whole oxygen. That's all I need.
Like it's all about the short terms to make that big one happen. For people who just swam and try to, they throw an idea all the way at the top, they most likely crash
Yeah,
and burn. They need to take it one step at a time.
yeah. You know what I like about you too? Like you give a lot of love to your fans.
I love them so much. Like, I actually did an interview with Adobe. I'm waiting for the footage so I can see it. But I told them it's all about the fans for me. Like, it wouldn't. A number on the screen is so empty for me. Like, yeah, I get numbers are important. That's how you get sponsorships. That's how you get opportunities, the number. But I wouldn't be so happy if it weren't for these freaking 12-year-old, 18-year-old, 30-year-olds telling me your videos are dope. You're funny. And I'm like, thank you, man, or women, or dog.
or cat or whatever they
or
are.
your weasel,
Who knows? Robot.
your freaking AI, whatever.
That's the future.
That's the future of us.
I really feel like that with like Instagram, like all these people like messaging and commenting. I'm like, all these people are just bots.
Oh God,
It's weird. It's scary.
that is scary.
Hey, have you ever had a funny fan moment or interaction?
Ooh, funny. Funny. Ooh, I made a story time about one. I was at Starbucks one time at like, where was I? Some other area, not here. And I was at Starbucks waiting in line, and I'm like, I want my freaking Starbucks. And I have my headphones on, blocking the world, because I'm introverted and socially awkward. Why else do I never leave my house and I just make videos? Exactly. This group of guys like taking pictures. Like they were like, I'll demonstrate with this my mom's card. Ugh. Pretend this is a phone. I see them going like this,
Ah,
and
trying to sneak in a photo.
I was like, ugh. At first I was like getting really anxious. I'm like, are my pants ripped or something? Or is there a bug on me? Like what's going on? Like I say this in my videos. I really don't think I'm shit. Like there's always someone bigger, better than you. So
Staying
I
humble,
never
staying humble.
anything. So at first, I didn't think they knew who I was. I just thought, SpongeBob moment. Did I rip my pants? I don't know.
Man,
And
you
then,
really love SpongeBob.
yeah. And then freaking, I got my drink. They just kept staring at me, and I'm like, do I have something on my face? Do I look weird in my jumpsuit? My anxiety just thinking of 50 bajillion other things that why they would be staring at me. Because I'm weird and I'm awkward. And then I was leaving, and they're like, hey, we saw your stream last night. And I'm like, what? What?
They're your fans.
And I was like, what? And then I'm like, oh, really? And
Yeah,
they're like, yeah, can
you didn't even think at all that they might be your fans.
no, I don't. I think no one ever knows who I am. No one. My people are people of the internet. I don't know. We never leave our caves.
Yeah. So you're like, what is this real life physical human being?
What
Oh,
is this
there's.
thing in the air that lets me live?
Hey, tell me about when you go to like faniming and stuff, because I know you're well from the videos I saw, like you're a pretty big draw, and a lot of people come to visit you. How's that whole feeling?
It's so surreal, man. Like I did Coliseum Comic Con, which was in San Diego, and I went there. I set up my table, and there was this one adorable cosplayer from Persona 5, and I didn't see her at first, but she was like going like next to her mom, and I didn't even pay attention. And my sister was like, "Yo," and I'm like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Hi," and she's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," and I'm like, "Ah, baby, it's okay." And I gave her a hug, and she's like, "Oh my god."
Made her
And her
day.
mom is like laughing, and she's like, "I love you so much," and I'm like, "I love you too, baby," and just give her a hug. And I'm like, "You are beautiful. You are an icon. I love you." And
she's
then
like,
she was just like,
she, she's
"Ah."
like, hell yeah! I'm not washing my clothes forever. 2 weeks later, she stinks like hell, but she don't care.
She don't care. And then her mom took a picture of us, and it was so cute. Like,
Oh, that's dope.
damn.
That's a good ass feeling.
It was so nice. Oh, I'm never gonna get used to it, probably. Never.
All right, so what if someone wants to do what you do? Do you have would you get what tips would you give them? They're like, hey, I want to like make a YouTube channel, do
Yeah, a couple
cosplay.
people
Yeah,
ask me
do
occasionally, and the one thing I tell them is to one, just freaking do it, because I know so many
yeah,
people who,
just do it, man. Just like just stop overthinking and just do it.
yeah, like so many people, like they say they want to do YouTube, but they're like, I don't have a microphone or I don't have a Canon DSLR. Like, bitch, get a
Yeah,
normal
fuck. I got
phone.
this fucking iPhone right here.
Like, dude, you don't need so many people start on iPhones these days. Like, just freaking start. And with the power of the internet, if you're funny, it doesn't matter. Like, in my head, amazing $5 bajillion equipment don't matter if your content is shit.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good tip right there. That's what I'm all about. Just do it, and
Just
that's what
do it.
matters. And
And
to from in my mind, I'm not like entertaining or whatever, but I just try to like help people and like I don't know, just find something that people would either find entertaining or useful or whatever, and just keep doing it, just keep giving. And I think like that's it. Just give to people, make shit that
Wait,
people like.
painted for me.
So that would be your main tip right there. Just do it.
And to just do what you want. Like, so many people try to like which is fine to go on bandwagons because sometimes you have to get that traffic. But do what actually makes you happy with YouTube, not just what you think's gonna be happy. Because then later you're gonna want to give up. You're not gonna want to make videos all the time, and then you'll feel like you did it for nothing. And don't worry about the number.
Mm.
Yes, it's nice to see it grow, but if you worry about that number, what are you really doing it for? Like, for real, man.
Yeah. Hey, you ever feel like there are times? I think a lot of people need to experiment too. Like there's,
Yeah, that's very
I would mess around with stuff, and like later on, I'm like, I don't like it that much. But
try
fine, try
every
something else. Yeah.
make your dog soup. Try to do basketball with a hula hoop. Try whatever you need to, as long as you find something that makes you happy in the end.
Hey, what's something that you tried that you thought was a good idea, and then later on realized it wasn't, and then you stopped doing it?
Probably trying to do skits because my house is too crowded and my acting skills aren't that great.
What kind of skits did you try to do?
I tried to be funny when I had sponsored
Like Vine
anime
shit,
videos. Huh?
like Vine type stuff.
Not really viney type, but I try to do make funny sponsored videos. Like I would have my sister throw the box at my face.
That sounds
It
pretty
didn't
good.
go
It didn't
it
go well.
didn't go that well. I mean, people thought they were funny, but
Hey, but that's the truth right there. Like what you're saying, a lot of people when I talk to them, I'm like, hey man, you want to be a graphic designer? He's like, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to. I'm like, have you made anything? He's like, no. I'm like, why? He's like, cause I'm sure it's not gonna look good. I'm like,
then why say you want to be a graphic designer
yeah.
then?
I told him like before you're good, you have to first suck. But before you suck, you gotta try.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. Shoot.
Bro, first paper.
Emoji fist, emoji fist. Let me end things because I don't want my podcast to be too long.
Oh, no problem.
What's no, no, it's all good. Just having fun. What's something that your you think your fans don't know about you?
Probably that I don't like bananas.
Mm.
Oh wait, yeah, they do.
You probably confessed it in one of your videos at some point.
Or probably just, you know, not saying that YouTubers fake personalities or whatever, but you know that when you start figuring out your rhythm on YouTube, you kind of do develop a little facade
Yeah.
persona. What, like I said, as being bullied and not having friends down the street, I'm so quiet and I don't talk to anyone. I have my hair covering my face and I have my headphones on and I don't talk to anyone. But here on YouTube, you hear me cussing and screaming.
It's another
My
personality.
Yes, my
Ami
aunt
comes out.
saw my video and she was like, "That's you." And she showed my grandma, and I'm like, "Why would you do that?"
That's dope. I can relate. Like for me, when I first started doing videos, I wasn't truly being myself because I'm like, what if my, like I'm like a polite Asian, like good Asian boy. Like I want my family to see I'm good. And then when I started being more comfortable, I'm kind of like more potty mouth and like just having fun. So when
That's how
my
I was first too. I would be really quiet and like, "Hey
yeah
guys, I do my hair," and now I'm like, "What's up, mother freakers? It's your girl in the
yeah,
flesh.
it's Ami. I see your
It's on
videos.
me, bitches." Wait, I'm so sorry. I told myself I would cut the cussing down. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, it's all good.
I'm, we don't edit here.
I know. I don't edit, listeners. You guys
Just
know that.
monetized if this was on my channel. Oh god.
Hey, so this was a lot of fun. Thanks
I'm
for
having fun.
chatting.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for telling me a little bit about your world and like the things you do. And I think mainly we just talked more about like your background and mindset, but I kind of see where you're coming from. You're all about your fans, you're all about loving what you do, and you just do it. You don't give a fuck. And you're kind of thinking about the future, but not too far ahead. Just do things one step at a time, and just as long as you're having fun, you're just doing your shit, and everyone get the fuck out of the way.
I just finally found a community, you know, where people like what I like, who like what I do. So of course I want nothing more than to please the fuck out of all these people. Because I never had a huge group of friends in my life, let alone couple thousand people who give a shit about my life for 10 minutes almost every week.
Yeah.
That doesn't that
And I
much.
think that's powerful. Like, you just find your group, you find your people, and you be good to them. And like, that's all we need in life. We don't need the whole world to like who we are. We just need to find that group, and like that's
Mm-hmm.
all we need sometimes.
Life's too short for everyone to like you, so just do whatever you want.
Bumper sticker quote right there. Nice. All right,
Yeah.
and with that, I'll go ahead and end the podcast. And listeners, thank you so much for listening.
So much for listening.
And my next podcast guest will be a friend of mine. He's a music producer and a photographer. We're gonna chop some shit and talk about the things he's doing. And once again, yeah, that's my next guest Wednesday. But thanks again, Ami, so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. Later.
Good night, everyone.
I'm gonna keep that one in there.
Can you not?